Aries, welcome back to your collective love reading. It's going to take you from end of April, early May, right the way up until mid-June. You're needing to calm yourselves here, guys. This is the energy that's coming through. And again, Six of Swords just keeps showing itself. It is an Aquarius card, but planetary-wise, it's also ruled by Mercury. We are going through Mercury retrograde at the moment. So I feel as something you're planning, you're aiming for, you're really in that logical frame of mind, frame of working, but you're coming up against resistance. Don't worry about that though. It's not anything to do with you personally. Just back off, reassess the situation and be ready to go again at the end of the retrograde. Cool, calm and collected, I'm hearing. What can you give me please, Spirit, for Aries coming into their reading for love for the period that I said? What can you give me? Hangman. That come through in that position, how your party views you in the last reading, which was the Capricorn reading. Your party, how do they view you at present? Judgment. Coming to a realisation. That can be a force in there though. The angel coming down there is reaching out, trying to tell you it's not just about you at the moment, it's what's going on planetary wise. This is where the resistance is coming in and you finally getting it. There's a needing to be cool, calm and collective. It's coming across to others as a too needy type energy. What's gone down between the both of you in the recent past? Knight of Wands in reverse, that can be seen as needy. Acting too impulsively, not really thinking it through. Doesn't just have to be your energy. It could be somebody that's trying to motivate you, but they themselves, they're not getting that it's not the right time. It's coming from a good place, but it's not being gone about in the right way. You and your party, what's going on between the both of you as of present? Ace of Cups. Well. What's going on within your party's environment at the moment that apparently you're not aware of? Strength cards. I'm hearing favouring. I do apologise about the dog, it's the neighbours. Your party, how do they feel towards you at the moment? Page of Wands. Enthusiastic. They see you as desirable. You give them a spring in the step, but this as well can be acts of impulsivity. There's an energy here of them, I'm hearing swaying away, and then they come back again, and swaying away, and then they come back again, as if it's caught up in this Mercury retrograde energy. There's never really any real closure. Some of you are planning to see each other, or you're trying to get into a place of where this other party is that you like, and you're not able to get there at the moment. There's difficulty with plans, difficulty getting close to each other, or you don't quite know how to go about it. Because with Mercury retrograde, even though that isn't ruled by Mercury, that Knight of Wands, it can be problems with travel as well. There's a sitting wondering how one of you or both of you is going to get around this situation, and I don't feel you can see a way of how to get towards each other or one of you to get towards the other one. It's a bit muddled up. Fears, anxieties and concerns. Knight of Pentacles. This is the fears, concerns and anxieties when it comes to the connection with yourself. I feel it's how cautiously they've got to be around you, how long it takes to get to see you, and they're just waiting. They're worrying about how long they're waiting. What's their plan of action when it comes to moving the connection forward? Eight of Cups. Quite a bit of Pisces coming through in this reading. And over the next 8 to 12 weeks, what is Spirit predicting will unfold. Six of Pentacles, and then I've just heard a viewing of balance online. Just to let you know, if this is your present energy, there's usually 6 to 12 weeks in between these two energies. So if this is your present energy, That'll be within about the next 6 to 12 weeks. So this down here in the near future, that'll be 8 to 12 weeks on top of that when you identify with it. Spirit's getting me to try and get you to be patient here, not to act too impulsively. Okay, I feel you Aries, you're viewing something from a distance or having to keep yourself at distance because it's too complicated. You've got to act too cautiously and too much is at stake here. And I've just heard Outback. What can you give me on this Hangman, please, Spirit, of how you see them currently for love? I'm going to go with currently. 2 cards come out there. King of Cups and Justice card. You're holding back from a soul partner, I feel. You think it's the right thing to do. Some of you may be sensing resistance, but you're not quite sure what it is. And I feel it's to do with karma here. It's to do with the planets. There's something bigger than yourself, planetary-wise, that's blocking you from moving forward. But by blocking you, you're gaining insight. And then I'm hearing wisdom. What can you give me on this Judgment card, please, Spirit? I'm being strongly interrupted by a Pisces here. I do feel it's a Pisces Aries cusp, really strongly. Or maybe that you're involved with a Pisces. What was that there? I can't take all of those, so I'll leave it. Judgment card, how Aries is viewed at the moment. 8 of Wands. Are wanting to see them. 3 of Pentacles. But they've just got too much going on at the moment. Too much thought and planning is needing to go into it. That can be read as Capricorn energy. And the Hangman again. Bloody hell. It's taken a long time for your party to get here, to come to what I'm hearing is a conclusion. As I said, some of you may not be here yet. It is as well approaching the Scorpio full moon, which is going to be with us within about a week's time. So the energy is starting to build for that, to then peak. I feel it's around about the 6th and then taper back out again. So the strong reflection I feel going on here, especially with this King of Cups energy, because that is Scorpionic energy, as well as Libra. So I am sensing it can be over 2 years or nearly 2 years since you've seen each other. Your party, this is what I'm feeling now, is starting to realise with this Judgment energy that what they've got is the right thing, and the passionate communication between the both of you has just stopped. It stopped. Reason being, they're in a great place. And it's leaving you in this Hangman energy. There's silence in here, especially with those 2 Hangman cards and just observing. But your party feels that by you holding back, it's actually helped them. There's been a development, there's been growth within their setting. There's something they've been able to work on. And they're really now starting to see the value and appreciate what they've got. There's strong Sagittarius within this reading as well, especially with that Knight of Wands card, Judgment card and 8 of Wands. We've also got the Page of Wands at the bottom, so that can be any of the 3 fire signs. But I feel your party has recognised in you that because you've pulled yourself back and you're now starting to concentrate on what you should be, they've pulled themselves back as well. And by doing that, it's caused them to focus on what they've got in front of them, what's going on within their environment. And there's been a research. But Aries, I don't feel you're telling your party how you really did feel. There's something to do with correspondence or plans here, because we've got the Judgment card there and we've got the 3 of Pentacles there. There's some burden that has been, I'm hearing, causing you to retract, or one of you to retract until this decision or it's being cleared up. That of Wands energy, what can you give me of what's gone down in the recent past? 5 of Cups, Knight of Cups and 2 of Swords. I feel one of you has acted really impulsively in the past. Really talk somebody around. Really talk somebody around. It's got this Knight of Cups down because they're not feeling the same way. I feel this Knight of Cups may be your party. There's been a pressure being applied here somewhere, and I can't quite work out because there's games being played, and while one acts one way, the other one mirrors, and then the other one changes, and then so does the other one, and it's very, well, I've just got toxic. I've also heard twin flame as well. Won't surprise me if the Four of Wands comes out. Two of Cups. I feel it's possibly you, Aries, has acted really impulsively. It's got you down a bit. You've gone on a come down after it. You know you do this. Full steam ahead. And then you feel bad after it because the other person is approaching you. Or approached you, telling you how they feel, and there's more feelings attached to it than what there is for you. With you were passionately driven, but for them it was emotionally driven. And you won't go there. You will not go there. I feel now you've been observing them because you've completely pulled yourself out of the mix here. And this is because they wanted something more. I cannot make sense of this, so I'm just reeling off what comes through because that's the channeling. I do feel it was a karmic connection. There was huge growth to be learned here. But at the time, your party didn't realise that. They was getting confused or was feeling more romantic about the connection, but you knew it wasn't about that. It was just a passionate connection. And now they're realising, looking back, and it's worrying them because they was making plans to move on with you. But you was delaying it, hoping it'll click for them at some point that that's what the connection isn't about that. Ace of Cups, what can you give me on this, please, Spirit? I'm hearing a year later. What can you give me on this Ace of Cups, please, Spirit? The current energy for Aries and their party. The Fool. 10 of Pentacles and Page of Wands again. There wasn't feelings there for them at the time. They were concentrating on what was important for them. They'd had this lifelong dream. May even have had somebody working for them, and I'm hearing an apprentice who was of real value. The value wasn't just money-wise. It was this apprentice was able to give a lot of time, a lot of labour, but for not a lot of money because they felt passionate about the role. But if they was to try and pursue you or you them, they wouldn't just be losing this person who they're intimately involved with. They'd be losing a member of staff as well who they're getting good work from. Not nice. What's going on within your party's connection at the moment that apparently you're not aware of? Well, we've got this Strength card. What can you give me, Aries? 10 of Cups. King of Pentacles and 6 of Cups. I'm sensing there is an Aquarius. I'm just getting that vibe. They're keeping quiet about this bond. We've got the lady taming the lion here. Doesn't have to be the lady in the relationship that is taming the lion. Remember, it's not gender specific. It's about energy. But she's taking that lion under control, who I feel is quite feisty. But they're getting something that they want from them at the minute. They're not attracted to them. They are not attracted to them. And whilst they're playing happy families and they've got everything that they want abundantly, I feel there's somebody else they want to reach out to. And I'm feeling that it's you, or it's you wanting to reach out to somebody else. I don't even know where this energy is going anymore, because whilst one of you is acting one way, the other one responds. So in a way, you're both mirroring each other, or one of you progresses into a behaviour and then the other one moves forward as well. And since your party has really withdrawn, you've now realised that you didn't want them anyway, but your party's now feeling the opposite. They've withdrawn, had chance to think about things, and now they're wanting to come back because you don't feel like that anymore. So what have you got for me, please, Spirit, of how Aries party feels towards them? They feel passionately and they really appreciate and value the connection with you, but they won't tell you. 7 of Wands, and I feel it's because you threatened to walk. You have threatened to walk. So you're trying to keep it balanced. Maybe that they've got 2 children, and while you appreciate the connection, you feel it could go somewhere, you're not letting it do, because you would then have dependence. Oh my God. Okay, your party's fears, anxieties and concerns when it comes to the connection, well, they're losing the will to live here. I mean, I know the Knight of Pentacles, it's in the upright, but it's a cautious energy, but they're sitting back observing, again, really valuing what it is that you have together. But they're not telling you. You can see the gentleman here really holding back with that pentacle, really, really precious. Maybe as well that they're not very good with money, but you are. And whilst engaging with you, they're also sensing that practically wise, they can see a way out. But that's also what's guiding them as well, is your wealth or your job, of how everything will be boxed off. But they do not want to be caught up in, I'm hearing sandstorm, and then I'm being shown Egypt, so I'm not sure where that's coming in. Knight of Pentacles, what can you give me, please, Spirit? Page of Pentacles, and they're viewing stuff online, and again, that a threatening of I'll leave for them. And you've got to be really cautious with your words or the time that you spend with them, because you don't want to encourage them in any way. This is going everywhere here, because they see you as the ideal person, but one of you is acting more impulsively than the other, and I don't know which one it is. Now, if one of you or both of you are mirroring each other, or one takes the lead and acts a certain way and then you do, it can be either of you in this energy. But this is I'm hearing spaghetti, and then I've just got Birmingham, Spaghetti Junction. I'll take one more card on that Queen of Wands, please, Spirit. Yep, she's made it clear. She sat and said, if you want me to deal with it, you want me to sort it, I will. Pisces, Aries card. Doesn't have to be you, but I'm vibing that it is you. For me, though, this is you wanting to tell them how you feel. Maybe that you now agree with how they was or what they did in the past. But their feelings have changed, because in the past, they didn't feel like that. But now they do. So you have switched how you feel. You put it out there and say, well, the way you acted in the past, even though you was a bit of a whatever, I get it now. It was just a karmic connection. It was just a twin flame connection. I've really learned since we hooked up together. But you're trying to get back in contact with them now to tell them that even though you did feel like that in the past, you don't feel like that now. You have now swapped feelings towards each other. Oh my God. 8 of Cups. What can you give me, please, Spirit? Of how Aries party plans to move the connection forward. 3 of Swords, 5 of Swords, and the Death card. Crikey. They're gutted. They're absolutely gutted, because now they want to progress and move forward. They're going to have to come back and correct everything, or untangle all of this mess that they've created, to now tell you their feelings have changed. If you have now developed, moved on, gained more appreciation for the place that you're at, the person you're with, or whatever's going on within your environment, they're now going to come back to you and tell you how they feel, and they're going to mess everything up again. They see you looking great, really doing well for yourself, and they didn't feel like that then, but they do now. If they did feel like that back then, it was because of this situation you was in, or maybe what they was in, and it was too much for them to take on. They needed to avoid the drama. But Five of Swords, Death card, this to me it's highlighting the full moon in Scorpio that's coming up. I'm feeling strongly it's round about the 6th. It's going to be a whopper. It's a water sign anyway, and with the moon being a water sign, there's real difficulty for them here, because I'm sensing they're stuck. They're coming to these realizations. They're peeved with themselves. They're really upset with themselves because they wish they'd let you know earlier on. For some of you, it's 13 to 22 months ago. But they did the right thing on not letting you know then. But what's going to break them, I'm sensing, is that when you see them, your feelings will have switched. So you're not going to feel like that towards them anymore, even though you used to do in the past, if that's you. And in the past, they just seen it as a passionate connection, and it was a spiritual connection, but it didn't work for them. They didn't want the drama. And now they do have feeling towards you. But also what's making things even more awkward is when they come back to you, or the action they're going to take towards you, they are going to create drama. 6 of Pentacles. What can you give me on this, please, Spirit? Now, we've got this twice now. What can you give me on this 6 of Pentacles of what you feel is going to unfold in the next 8 to 12 weeks? So remember, guys, it'll be 8 to 12 weeks from when you identify from this bit on. Okay? What have you got for me? Knight of Wands. Someone's going to come in and pursue things now. Queen of Pentacles. It's going to upset this Queen of Pentacles. And 6 of Cups. Okay. I feel they've got with somebody, or I've been keeping somebody quiet. You've possibly told them that you feel in a certain way. They're not having any of it, because there's somebody who is convenient for them, who is able to give them labour cheap, work for them cheaper. They can get more out of them, more out of this person that they're keeping quiet, because this person is so passionate about the role, but this person is also trying to impress your party as well. You may have viewed online how they're now in a connection, and it's caused you to focus, or yeah, I'll say it's you, on what you've got in the here and now, and really start to appreciate it. But your party is panicking because their feelings in the meantime have changed. They're recognizing now that they acted impulsively towards this party. They were offering something up on a plate. They were ticking not all of the boxes, but most of the boxes. And they don't want to be with them anymore. So they've not only got to try and get out of a relationship that they're in, because there's someone really hanging on here, they're also going through the feelings that they're processing about you, and they're struggling, and they're wanting to reach out to you and don't know how to do it. If it is that you said you'd leave in the past and you haven't done, they're still sitting waiting for you to leave. They've got with this other person in the meantime who's able to provide them with something cheap or lend them money. Possibly your party's not been able to keep it in the pants, and this person who's been able to offer them something, money, time, cheap labour, they've also tied them up and drawn them in with a sexual flair to it, but there's no desire for them. It's there for you. But it's getting them down, because if you now have moved on and started to show gratitude and appreciation for everything you've got around you now, and really started to feel more positive, a spring in your step, it's okay to feel like that. But your party, The one who you wanted to get with isn't convinced. They feel it's all for show. My God. Sending massive hugs your way. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe. And, well, yeah, brace yourselves for this full moon in Scorpio. Speak soon. Bye.